and welcome. These are horse racing selections for Thursday, the 22nd of May. I am flatcapcallum and I'm hoping you are all very, very well. I'm going to try again. I do not know what I've done to upset May, but May is very unhappy with me, clearly. Historically, May's been like a kind of a month, not a kind of a month. So I don't really quite know. Yeah, I mean, there's not many accounts not much in my accountings backlog that I can see where May's been stupendous, but this is by some way the worst May I've been experiencing. We've got 10 days, so let's see. Can it get worse? Could do. Stay tuned, folks. Stay tuned. It could get worse. So whether you're here to support the channel, laugh at the channel, or just try and work out what the heck's going on, you're all welcome. All right. I'm going to try and keep this briefer. I'm not loading earlier than the night before, which has got a bit too late. It's a nice and straightforward day as far as channel goes, which is, I think I prefer overall, as in some days when there's lots of stuff it gets a bit complicated and I've got to make some choices, and Wednesday was one of those days where I had loads on the short list and had to work out what was the right ones to get to the channel. Thursday I went through all the races. I had 5 on the short list and I was thinking that maybe 3 of them would probably make the channel cut. I went through and actually they all scraped, not all of them scraped, but they all got over the line, some of them very much marginally over the line, but I've got 5. It's the only 5 horses I am backing on Thursday, so it's nice and straightforward. It's the traditional 5 horse bet that I've been doing most of the time, which is win doubles, each way trebles, fourfold, and a bigger each way on the fivefold. I mean, we're certainly due from a stats point of view to actually hit a number of places. Whether we can do it on Thursday, who knows? Whether it will be a pile of junk, I don't know. I'm going to keep trying. I'm going to keep a smile on my face, folks. I'm not laughing at joyous as losing money, but it's all bet within your means, right? So the history of the channel, I'm betting channel bank, right? We built up money in the channel bank in inverted commas, a mystery bank. That's all I'm doing, and appreciate if you're joining in at any sort of later stage than that, then you're betting with your own money, not necessarily money that you've won. So make your own choices. All right. Right. Wednesday was pretty poor in terms of result. Lots of examples of horses outrunning their odds, certainly from what we put up. So Classy Owl was definitely much closer than the 22 to 1 shot. It went off about half that price. But wasn't close enough. Heritor was one of the really standout bad horses. That wasn't very good. Sophisticate ran a nice enough race, just couldn't get close enough. Wasn't backed in, went off at a good price still, but nothing back there. And we had a non-runner for the non-starred horse. So just a refund back on that. I mean, sometimes you just think, why'd you bother? Right? So none of these were far away, but they're all quite close finishes, and I didn't get it on the right end, did I? So I think it was like 3rd and 4th, and something like 3rd and 4th, and 2nd and 3rd, or something like that. They were close, but not close enough. Involved in the finish, but didn't come out in the front end. So that was no good. Again, I mean, it wasn't a terrible bet, right? So I think they were 3rd and 5th overall, and it was a pretty bunch finish. And considering that was 40 to 1, you could run that race 10 times, and you might get that result out as the front 2. It was all pretty tight, but not good enough. But as I said, I've said this before. If you're doing forecast bets, you don't need very many of them to come in to turn a profit. Clearly, we've put up about 4 or 5 now, and we've got close most times, but not there. And then the evening bet, backed in wasn't good enough, and backed in not good enough. I think both of those went home too early. They went for home too early, and it was the sort of the fast finishes near the end that took the race. So no good there. Famous Enough was the only one that paid us out. It was third, backed in to 17 to 2, so well backed in. and Many a Star did go off shorter, but Flatter to Deceive, it looked like it could come, and then just got sort of stuck wide out and didn't do anything. So I think it was 21.75 on, 4.64 back, a loss of 17.11, I think it is, just to add into the pile. That is where we got to. So let's spin you through my Thursday bet. All right. Yarmouth, 2 Yarmouth, 1 Limerick, 2 Chelmsford. It's certainly not the top quality stuff at all on Thursday. Some low grade stuff, but here's what I got. And the other bit of commentary I was actually going to give on, because it's related to a couple of these as well. I haven't done any stats on it because I haven't had the time to properly go back and check. But it feels like, at the moment, so I'm saying feels because I'm not statistically backing this up. There is a significant number, I think, of horses that have put up on the channel that have then gone on to win next time out in the kind of quite recency. There was another one, it wasn't a big price, but Tapmean, I think it was, won at Kempton on Wednesday night. It just feels like there's a lot, and so some of them, aren't far away, and some of them are a million miles away. But what I'm finding is, I think some of these I may be taking them a race too soon. So there's a couple here that we backed last time that we're putting faith in again. Not because of that, because they do hit what are the criteria. It just happens to be that. But I'm sort of flagging that it definitely feels like it's quite a number I'm getting a race too soon. So 255 Yarmouth, Queen's Company. I'm not sure familiarity of that one, backing that one, but a lot of these are come under the banner of trying to get it the right conditions for them to try a bit more. Queen's Company might be that. It might just be on the downgrade. We will find out. Queen's Company's there. 425 Yarmouth, Chola Empire. We backed it last time. It was too bad to be true. I think it was, the draw was not favourable last time. And Yarmouth, I think, is a course might suit. I think it's maybe one run once before. So Chola Empire in again. 7.38 Limerick. This is the big price of the day. Tullyhogue, Fort, 33 to 1. This horse has got a lot of history at this time of year at Limerick. So that is what we're playing with here. If you look back through, I think all sorts of different hurdles and chasers, different distances, but generally at sort of towards the end of May at Limerick, this horse seems to run well every single time it's turned up at Limerick, and no matter what race. So let's see. 8.20 Chelmsford, Temple Brewer, backed it last time in a small field. A few more horses in here, 12 runner. Going to keep the faith with that. And then Scrapey McScraperson at the bottom here, 8.50 Chelmsford, Ballybay Moonshiner, which we have backed previously on the channel, not, I don't think, recently. 12 to 1 is just a good enough price. To give you some level of kind of understanding, if it was 10s, I wouldn't have put it on the channel. I'd back it at 10s myself. I wouldn't put it on the channel. 9s is probably where I'd start to think, no, maybe not. So the bet, 10 times 20p win doubles, 10 times 15p each way trebles, 5 times 15p each way four folds, that's those three, 25p each way five fold, and 50p each way singles. £12 you bet. The bookie advice all centres around this Limerick race because everybody's three, more or less everybody's four. I think it's maybe Coral and Labrooks that aren't. I think more or less everyone's four. It's this one. It might end up being 15, 14 runners, these races often do, even though they have reserves. But as it stands, it's 5 places with 365, Sky, Paddy, Betfair, Unibet, Betfred, Betway, Boyle Sports. They are the bookies paying 5 of major bookie land on that 7.38 Limerick. That's my offering. Outlook for the rest of the week, I've had a little look through, so I imagine I'll be playing Friday, so that'll be a Thursday night vid most likely. And then for the weekend, there's not loads on Sunday, so I think most likely it will be a vid for Saturday, and it might include some Sunday selections. or Sunday might be left altogether. So I'm expecting 2 more videos after this week. A video for Friday and a video for Saturday and Sunday combined. I think that is to manage your expectations of what I think is going to be occurring. So win, lose or draw, that's the plan for the week. All right. I hope you are keeping well and you're weathering my storm. The weather's nice outside. Well, I'd say it was bit of thunder and rain today actually, but generally speaking, the weather's been good, so I'm hoping you're weathering my storm and enjoying the sunshine outside. Alright, see you on the next one. Thank you very much. Bye bye.